Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Player Zone YouTube channel, and welcome to one of my favourite videos to do here in the channel. This is my top 10 favourite, ballers of 2024. Players that I absolutely love watching, players that probably need a bit more of a shout out as well, but players that just, for me, are just great to watch. The way they go about things. Got mostly attackers here, but some A defender and some midfield players in here as well, but they're all very, very easy to watch. Goals in their game, excitement machines. And sometimes in football, we need to chuck away the tactics and chuck away form and this, that, and the other, and just admire some of these talents that are just make the game beautiful. And that's what this list is all about here. The first player is someone that will reoccur and probably keep reoccurring until the day he retires. Is Michael Olise. 9 goals and 5 assists so far this season in 19 appearances. For me, it's the shot-creating actions that stand out. 5.53 progressive passes in the top 5% for wingers. He is the ultimate chance creation machine this season for Bayern Munich. Coming across from Crystal Palace, it was about how could he adjust to playing with some big-time players. And he's become the ultimate facilitator for the likes of Harry Kane and Jamal Musiala, making them look good, making himself look good in the process. And again, one of the most silky dribblers, unstoppable with the ball at his feet. It's almost magnetised to his foot at times. And again, the balls into the box, the vision and the audacity to try and take on some of these passes is just ridiculous. And when he gets the chance, he will shoot and he will score as well. Someone I think is probably still underplayed by Vincent Kompany in this system. I think he's probably been Bayern Munich's best winger this season, probably being a bit biased in that regard, but I absolutely love watching him play. He's had a fantastic start to life at Bayern Munich and under Vincent Kompany, so he's the top of this list here. Following that, Hugo Ekitike, someone else in the Bundesliga that stood out to me. 8 goals and 5 assists in his 18 appearances, 2.5 successful take-ons per game, top 5% for shot-creating actions. He is the ultimate 1-2 punch with Omar Marmoush up top for Eintracht Frankfurt this season. Again, going under the radar because all the eyes are on Marmoush, but coming across for some decent fee. Again, new league. How will the young star deliver? Very, very well. And for such a big figure, he's actually really strong despite his sort of lean-looking build. Great finisher in the box. Really much that finisher or final end product is what he's all about, whether it be making the pass to set up Marmoush or other attackers or scoring himself. I think he's been a fantastic addition to this side and has gone under the radar to being a very, very heavy contributor to this side here and the reason why they're doing so well this season. So Hugo Ekitike for me, a dynamic, difference maker, little tall figure, someone that can command some space. If he adds a few pounds, he gets a bit more stronger and keeps most of that explosive pace he's got. You've got a real complete striker there, someone that can assist, someone that can score clinically, and that can hold the ball up as well. So look to Ekitike to continue to improve and look to him to have another strong season. Maybe looking at a 15-goal, 10-assist type season. So it's going to be very, very exciting for the young Frenchman up top. Adding to that is Antonio Nusa, someone that sort of burst onto the scene in recent weeks. 2 goals and 3 assists in his 13 Bundesliga appearances. Progressive carries, take-ons, touches at opposition boxes, progressive passes received, all in the top 1%. A real exciting wide player, an attacking player that, again, might end up at your Dortmunds, or potentially a Leverkusen's, or even Bayern Munich at some point in time if it continues to go this way. Really has burst onto the scene this season and taken charge so far. And I'm really, really excited again. A fresh face, someone I don't know much about, but in the small sort of packages and highlights I've watched of him, it's been a really, really explosive, exciting player from the wide areas. Again, someone that just makes things happen, makes the game tick over RB Leipzig, and again, is destined for a big German club or potentially another big club in Europe. Again, in a season that Leipzig has struggled, he's been a player that's really shone and made the most of it. Again, we see it a lot in these clubs that maybe have underwhelming seasons. Players can stand up and come out of nowhere to be the difference maker. And with Xavi Simons out for a large period of time here to start the season off, he's taken on that role, whether it be sliding in behind the striker or continuing to keep his width out wide. He's made a difference for the Leipzig side. So look to him to continue to be a very, very important player. Antonio Nusa, a star from the Bundesliga at this current point in time. Jumping across to the Premier League, Antoine Semenyo, a Bournemouth player, of course, there has to be a Bournemouth player. Watching Bournemouth every week, he is the one that makes things happen. He makes things tick. 4 goals and an assist this season, 3.5 shot creating action, 2.5 successful take-ons. The ultimate sucker punch type player that can get in the counter-attack, get in and behind defences, and once he has the ball at his feet, always makes the right decisions, it feels like. Sometimes to the detriment of his own stats, making too many extra passes. But again, that finishing knack inside the box, being the leader of this Bournemouth side now with Dominic Solanke leaving for Tottenham Hotspur, he is oozing confidence. And under Onandori Iriole, he's emphasised attacking football, chance creation, and it's just built on what Antoine Semenyo is all about. Again, he's not just that counter-attacking style of football type player. He's good with the ball at his feet. He's really tricky. Him and Milos Kerkez on the left-hand side there work well with little give and goes, overlap and underlap type runs, and they've delivered so far this season. Bournemouth are up into the top half, playing some great football, and it's been off the back of what Antoine Semenyo's done off that left-hand side there. Again, a very silky player, someone that's very hard to dispossess, and when he gets his head down and dribbling at defenders, you can't really stop this player here. So absolutely love watching him play, and he's another player for me that I think the future is very, very bright. The potential is there. We want to see what he can become in the years to come. Keeping in the Premier League and going to Brighton, the Brazilian João Pedro, 4 goals and 3 assists in 9 appearances, top 5% for touches in opposition box. He's a funny old player, but it's really interesting to watch him play because you can sometimes join the striker as a second striker, can play the number 10, the false 9, can drift out wide as well. Whatever Brighton need, he's often there, and it's really clear the correlation. When he's playing well, Brighton obviously are winning games of football, and I think that's a very clear correlation. He comes in and impacts games of football. He's become more of a clinical finisher than what he was at Watford when he went down to the Championship, and it was a surprise move. A lot of money for him coming to Brighton. Was he the complete package? We didn't think so. But now what we're seeing in the Premier League is a real coherent play from João Pedro, a bit of everything. And again, I think his best work is done as that second striker, the false 9, working off a proper finisher like Danny Welbeck, making those late runs into the box, giving those give and goes, great passes and runs in behind, which he sets up opposition to be stretched and to create spaces for his teammates to run into or to be set up into. I think look back to that Bournemouth game a few weeks ago for Brighton. He had a fantastic pass set up that second goal, I think, for Karim Matoma, and was pivotal in the build-up to the first goal as well. One-touch football, back to goal, facing goal. He's got so many different ways to beat defences and get past some of the best back fours in world football. So for me, João Pedro is just a blessing to watch him play. Again, another one that just glides over the grass, makes the right decision more often than not, and makes football look really, really easy at times. So João Pedro is in this list for me. Another Brazilian, the one that was in the initial list, is Vinicius Junior. I still think he should have won the Ballon d'Or, but I'm not going to dwell on that. 13 goals and 6 assists so far this season, 6.8 progressive carries, 3.2 successful take-ons, 12 progressive passes received per 90 minutes. They're all in the top 1%. He has been unstoppable again this season, and he could add more stats. He's made many passes to Kylian Mbappe, who's missed chances. He could have been set up by Kylian Mbappe at many points in time, but hasn't been set up by Mbappe. So, realistically, I'm looking at a 16-goal, 10-assist type season for Vinicius so far this year. If you add in, if Mbappe wasn't struggling so much, he is still a blessing to watch in the Champions League, in La Liga, carving defenses apart, tricky on the ball, unstoppable when he gets his head down running. And when he's playing up top now, or on the left, or as a left-sided forward, or drifting into midfield to support Bellingham, he is just unstoppable. There's a reason why he was so important to Real Madrid's success last season. There's a reason why we had him up there in the Ballon d'Or debate. And yes, some of the stats, I guess, if you compare it to years past, aren't that great. But right now in world football, if you want entertainment, you want exciting, attacking football, you watch Vinicius Junior. And that's it. That's simply put. He is the number one in terms of entertainment, excitement factor. He continues to run at defences. He'll get pulled out, he'll get tripped, and he'll get hacked out under his feet, but he continues to run at defences, continues to stretch the back lines, and he continues to make magic moments happen. So he continues to me to be one of the most entertaining footballers in world football, and definitely on my top 10 favourite footballers list this season. Lamine Yamal joins him as well, probably the most talented player in world football right now. 6 goals, 11 assists in his 20 appearances. Interesting tackles and interceptions, top 10% for wingers in world football. Top 1% for assists this season, 3 and a bit successful take-ons per 90 minutes. For me, it's the Trivela assist. We've got 3 of them already this season. He's a link-up with Lewandowski and Rafinha in the final third has been superb. And for a player of his age, he just plays carefree. He plays without fear. He's got that talent and he shows it. And again, another dribbler where looking at him and Musiala and Elise probably being the top dribblers in world football, they're so hard to dispossess. That ball almost sticks to Lamine Yamal's feet. And this season, opposition came out early trying to take him out, hack him, be touch tight, being very physical with him. But he absorbs that pressure. He takes on, he skips past defenders. We've seen multiple occasions in La Liga where he does some great piece of footwork, gets through the press, sets up his opposition, sets up his teammate, and exposes opposition defences. He is simply unstoppable. He was a joy to watch. in Euro 2024. He's linked up with the likes of Morata, Dani Olmo, Nico Williams in the final third. Unstoppable at different points in time, and just a pure joy to watch. He's just the most talented footballer in world football right now. It's just simply put, that's the way it is for him. Joining them, another one I've kept from the previous list, Antonio Rudiger, the one and only defender in this list. 7.2 average match rating, 8 clean sheets in La Liga this season, 3.6 clearances, 3.6 ball recoveries per game. He's a bit of a comical relief at times the way he goes about it, but I love it. He's just reckless. He goes into challenges. He wins the ball. He turns up for big games. He's always available for Real Madrid. And someone that makes defending look good. He makes it look fun. He goes and he wins challenges, the most ridiculous tackles, but he wins the ball. And he's strong in the air. And he's unstoppable physically. And the pace to close down some of the best attackers in world football, he's always there. And him and Thibaut Courtois make one of the best centre-back and goalkeeper duos in world football right now. Again, he makes defending look exciting, look fashionable. And that's the greatest compliment I can give Antonio Rudiger. Been pivotal in this Real Madrid side across the last 3 to 4 years and will be in the future again. So Antonio Rudiger makes the list as well. Joining him in Serie A, Marcus Thuram, someone I absolutely adore watching play football. 11 goals, 3 assists in his 19 appearances. He's in the top 10% for touches in the opposition box, and that's the type of player he is. He gets in the opposition box, he gets passes to either Lautaro Martinez or an oncoming Nicola Barella, or potentially gets in the end of crosser from those wing backs who get overlapping, like Di Marco, like Darmian can or Dumfries can at times, and he's the ultimate clinical finisher, where Lautaro Martinez might fall short in terms of missing some big chances. Marcus Thuram's always there to put the ball in the back of the net, and I constantly say they're signed Thuram for some decent money in the off-season, potentially a threat to his starting 11 spot, but he's gone and started the season off ridiculously well, held it up whilst they started the season quite poorly. 14 goal contributions so early in the season. There's so much upside for Marcus Thuram. I think he's the most underappreciated forwards in world football right now. And I think when you want to watch a clinical, proper number 9 go about it, you want to watch Marcus Thuram, because the way he goes about his work is just second to none. And it's beautiful to watch the way he commands the box and finishes chances in the box as well. So he's in this list for me as well. And the final player, someone who's in some fantastic form right now, Ademola Lookman at Atalanta. 11 goals, 5 assists in 17 appearances. He's in the top 10% for shot creating actions. He has 5 progressive carries per game, top 5% progressive carries per game as well. He is a dynamic forward. Again, the modern day forward, a little bit smaller of frame, plays off the main striker at times. Again, can set up his teammates, but is often getting at opposition players, running at them. His carry stats, his creation stats for himself, ridiculous, and a finisher in the box right now as well. Someone that finishes powerfully into the top and the roof of the net. And right now, if you're watching Atalanta play football, you're going to see goals, and they're often going to come through Ademola Lookman. He's just playing with so much confidence and freedom right now, and it's just a joy to watch the way he's playing his football right now. So he, for me, is definitely my top 10 favourite ballers of 2024 in this list here. That is the end of the list. Again, reiterating the names: Michael Olise, Hugo Ekitike, Antonio Nusa, Antoine Semenyo, João Pedro, Vinicius Jr., Lamine Yamal, Antonio Rudiger, Marcus Thuram, and Ademola Lookman. Some of the big names of world football. A lot of attackers, a lot of wide players, but boy, have they all been very, very exciting to watch this season. A few names reappearing again. Let me know your thoughts. Who else do you love watching in the world of football right now? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, guys, please sort of smash a like on it. Subscribe to the Players Zone channel. Press that post notification bell so you know we upload our podcasts and videos here on the channel. And make sure to come along with a ride for us as we go towards 1.5K subscribers. With that being said, I hope you have a great day. Enjoy the upcoming festive football action. And I'll see you guys in the video very, very soon. Till next time, guys. See you later.